We know there are many choices in internet radio, and the staff and host of LA Talk Live would like to thank you for choosing the internet's hottest destination for the most eclectic sound and invigorating talk. This is LA Talk Live. We are more than just talk.
Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. Breeze drifting on by, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me, and I'm feeling good.
Hello and welcome to La La Land on LA Talk Live. That's Dorothy Dillingham, Blue.
And Happy New Year to Brett Chapin.
Thanks for joining us on La La Land. This is the only nationally broadcast show by Los Angeles artists about Los Angeles artists on episode 187.
It's
First
my
show of
the
year. Happy 2-year anniversary to Dorothy Dillingham, Blue.
Yeah.
2 years on La La Land. 4 years of La La Land.
Crazy.
It's been a crazy ride.
Yeah.
First show of 2015.
Lots.
Oh my gosh.
A lot of milestones we're covering today.
Yeah, I know. We should have done cake again.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? That's part of my
Just for
resolution.
birthdays.
I'm trying not to overload with sugar. That's one of my resolutions. Or I don't want to call it a resolution because I don't want to say that it's like just for this year, but I just want to, be kinder to myself.
I noticed that though. You look great. Did you not eat out when you were on holiday?
I ate out a couple times, but you know what I did? Because you guys make fun of me because I go to Jazzercise and all that. But here's the thing: is that if you have the monthly Jazzercise deal, then you can go to pretty much any center across the nation and actually overseas as well. So I was in Edmond, Oklahoma for 11 days, and I went 4 times.
Oh wow.
Yeah, to the center.
Is it like
in
a
Edmond.
chain?
It is, yeah.
National
There's
chain?
franchises.
There you go.
So, and they're so welcoming, and they're like, oh, we have a visitor from California. And let me tell you, it's always entertaining because the teachers that I have here in Culver City are also fun, but it's a whole other ball of wax when it's in the Oklahoma mom. She goes, they're working out, and they're like, so, this weekend, winter formal. This morning, travesty. Hairdresser has the flu. Oh my God, what are we gonna do? It was hilarious. It was like watching stand up. The most bizarre stand up ever.
That is much different problems than in California.
Oh yeah.
When you're taking Jazzercise.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Here it's like he didn't have a Ferrari, or they didn't put avocado on my sandwich. I don't know.
Right.
Things like that.
But I understand missing ingredient. I ordered some takeout last night, and when I got home, the sauce for my nachos wasn't there, and I was
my God.
But I was really hungry, and it was like my cheat meal.
Come on.
And I was so pissed. I was so mad.
Come on, man, with the salsa. Was it hot sauce or salsa?
Usually I get these nachos that have an enchilada sauce on them that's really good.
Oh, come on with the enchilada sauce.
And it just wasn't there. And
hey,
I was very disappointed.
Let's publicly shame them. What place is this from?
No, I'm not going to do that because I'm just, running a restaurant is hard enough.
You'll just write a bad review on Yelp.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Sometimes I read those Yelp reviews. I'm like, oh, someone didn't pass English.
Yeah, I know.
So
I love the occasional, not that this has ever happened, but the occasional bad theater review from Theater Palisades on Yelp. Have you seen those?
Those are hilarious.
The things that they complain about are the most ridiculous things.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of that, let me jump to another story. I work for Laguna Playhouse selling their season subscriptions.
Right. Yes.
I had a lady tell me that she did not want to buy a season subscription because last year the person sitting behind her had gas.
You know
and
what?
she didn't
I'm
want
kind.
to sit near him again.
I understand that, and let me say I'm behind her on this, but because
I get it.
and if you could you offer her a different seat?
I did. I offered her a different seat, and then she ended up doing it. But yeah.
Nicely done.
Yeah, but I promised her there would be no flatulence this year for
Well,
her
some
whole
people.
season. And
I think there's some individuals that just don't understand their own emittance of gaseous
it's true.
odors.
It's true. Some people need to eat more healthy.
Or less healthy.
Less healthy. That's true too. Too much soy.
Or they get the impression that because it's silent, it's not deadly.
Right. Oh, man.
And the silent ones are more deadly than the loud ones.
Ugh.
You got to be careful.
Yes.
It's just bad.
Wow.
Just bad.
This show's just grinded to a screeching halt with fart conversations.
Well,
but anyway, my point was that people make up the most ridiculous reasons for not enjoying a show.
Yes.
You were going to say?
Well, I think that, I was at a production a few weeks ago, and someone was clearly eating out of a snack bag. And it was very loud. It was like a cellophane bag, and they had specifically talked about, unwrap your candies and all that kind of thing before the show started. And yet this was still going on. And then I was also at another show, and within the opening number, like within the song written into the lyrics, well, let me back up. So the person sitting behind me had gotten some snacks out of the vending machine in the lobby and brought them in to eat, which you just don't do. You just don't do that.
And if you're going to do it, be sneaky about it.
Be sneaky about it, and don't get things that are in crackly bags, to dump it in your lap or whatever. But it was going on and on and on. They were sitting directly behind me, and they're like half a generation younger than I am, and I was just like, So then during the song, literally in the lyrics, it's like, and don't eat so, it was something about don't eat so loudly with your crackling and all this kind of stuff. And I was there with my husband, and I whipped around and I gave the biggest grin, and the eyes of like, you need to stop now, kind of looked to this guy, and his eye, he was just, and whoever was sitting next to him was about to start laughing. And sure enough, he stopped. Later on, I found out that was the costume designer of the show.
Well, he would know better, you would think.
Right?
Come on.
Right?
That's
And mind
disrespectful
you,
to his own work.
Thank you. And like the costumes were beautiful, but it doesn't matter if you're going to act like you have no class. I mean, it's just you want to put, I don't know. People think you aren't being watched, and you are. Like, I thought the work was great, but would I ever want to work with this person? Not really, because they don't understand theater rules. I mean, if you don't understand theater rules, then why work in the theater? It's just weird.
It's not even, I feel like it's not even a rule. It's just common sense. Like, just know that if you're going to have a crackly bag, don't do it during the performance. It's going to distract the actors. Come on.
It's very distracting. Very distracting.
I guess that's better than when people put their feet on the stage at Theater Palisades.
I hate that.
Yeah, the front row.
Yeah, that's my talk. I do during my opening speech when I'm like, okay, my front row friends, the only feet that belong on the stage are those of the actors. and you can see the parents. They're all like, oh, are my kids going to follow along? I'm like, yeah, they're going to follow along.
I told them to.
That's right.
Or we have one guy that whenever there's a joke, he laughs and hits the front of the stage.
Oh, I have not been there for a show like with him.
Oh, he's great. He comes to every show.
Oh, man.
I think Sherman had to have a talk with him one day about please don't hit the stage.
Yeah, don't hit the stage. Like, seriously.
If you think something's funny, just lean back in your seat and laugh. I don't know. People are weird.
Hit the armrest.
Yeah.
That'll work.
Something. Hit your wife. Something.
No, there will be no hitting of wives.
Fine.
There will be zero hitting of wives.
Hit your husband?
No.
Your kids? I don't know.
No.
All right. Don't hit anybody.
There'll be
but
no
the
hitting.
armrest.
The armrest. The armrest is fine.
I don't know.
Oh my god.
Anyway,
so,
theater stuff.
Theater stuff.
Yes.
Theater stuff. We have the Diary of Anne Frank is opening 2 weeks from yesterday. So that'll be, I think, the 17th? The 16th.
16th.
The 16th of January, and that runs for 6 weeks over at Theater Palisades. Almost immediately after that closes is going to be the show that I'm directing called Doo-Wop Wed Whiting Hood, and that opens the March 6th, and that runs for 2 weekends. That'll be a lot of fun. You can check out, and all tickets are now on sale at theaterpalisades.com, so you can go and purchase tickets now.
Check it out.
Check it out.
Those Anne Frank people are working really, really hard. Those actors, they got 2 weeks left, and I think they're painting the set right now. They're getting everything ready to go. It's going to be a great show.
You want to hear how small the world is?
Yes.
Okay, so my sister-in-law's husband, Mike Vangsness, say that 4 times. He is a web designer, and so he is our web guy for Theater Palisades because he went to Florida State. He was an actor for a while, but he's just kind of wasn't what he wanted to do as a career. He loves the theater, but he loves design. So he's been doing web design, and he does our web updates for Theater Palisades.
He rocks. Doing a great job, Mike.
Yeah, doing a great job. Guess who he is a friend of?
Who?
The director of Diary of Anne Frank, Sabrina Lloyd. They know each other from, I think, Florida State.
Imagine that.
Imagine that.
Theater is a small world.
It really is.
And actually, that's a national world. They know each other from Florida.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, Knowles. Sorry about the Rose Bowl. That was a tough loss. Yeah, that was too bad.
But at least he's good at designing websites.
There you go.
Yeah. All right, cool. Well, random coincidence. So go see Diary of Anne Frank, January 16th. TheaterPalisades.com for information on that. Since we didn't have any guests today, we were talking before, and I just wrote down some stuff. I can throw it out there. What do you think?
Throw some stuff out
there.
there.
Well, you were going to talk about actually Into the Woods because you saw it.
I did. I went to see it on New Year's Eve. And I thought it was Rob Marshall's best film since Chicago. I thought let me first say that I don't bow to the mercy of Sondheim. Like I like Sondheim, but I don't think that everything he does is absolutely perfect. I think all shows deserve a pass or something and tweaking. And having just seen Into the Woods at Kentwood, I remembered parts of the play that I thought could have been snipped and clipped and all that. As I'm watching it, I mean, like, how many reprises of every song do we need in that show? Like, there are a lot of reprises, and it's beautiful music, yes, and to some it's continuing the story. I understand that on stage, but it is a long show, and it could have easily been shortened as far as a play goes. So I went to the movie stretching, wonder if I'm going to be there really long, and they cut several of the reprises and one of the extraneous, what I consider an extraneous character, and I found them very effective. It's not 100% cut, but it's the mysterious man who was kind of the narrator.
They cut him?
Yes, and it was absolutely, it's a theatrical move that's only, my general opinion about narrators is that if they're only really needed if the dialogue is not telling you what the story needs to say. And if the dialogue is, then why do you need someone to reiterate what's going on?
Well, don't you think in our town the stage manager in that is very necessary?
Yes,
even though the story is going on?
To me, that's a separate thing, and not every playwright is Thornton Wilder, so...
Okay, that's the exception to the rule.
That's an exception to the rule. I think what happened is that a show like Our Town came along with a very effective thing such as the stage manager, and then a lot of people started using that concept in other shows when it didn't necessarily warrant it. It just didn't. Yeah, I thought it was.
He also does it in Assassins.
Yeah, but it evolves into another character. That's the narrator in Assassins is actually a character.
But the narrator in Into the Woods, Mysterious Man.
It is, and they address it, but it's actually the narrator is only the character. Like, they don't narrate. And the way there is narration going on, but the way they circle back as to who is actually narrating is very beautiful, I think.
That's amazing. I really want to see it.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I thought that the kid actors were wonderful. Lilla Crawford, and I'm blanking on the kid who played Jack, but he was very, spunky, and I like that their ages were similar, because sometimes you see them and one looks older than the other, and to me, I think that needs to have a little bit more cohesion as far as those characters go, because they're both sung to by, you know, Cinderella is sung to by Cinderella sings to Little Red, and the baker sings to Jack, and I think it makes more sense if they're similar, portrayed as similar ages. But I tell you who was a scene stealer, and that was Chris Pine. Let me tell you.
Who does he play?
He plays Cinderella's prince, and theatrically, in a stage production, Cinderella's prince also doubles as the wolf. But that's not needed in something like this. So a lot of people have had the conversation about Johnny Depp. Oh, they didn't use him a whole lot. I'm like, well, that's not how it's written, or it's not even needed that much. You didn't need that much big bad wolf in there. It's really not about that as much. But Chris Pine, he has this whole dashing yet, I mean, the best line, I think, is I'm a prince. I was raised to be charming, not sincere. And he rides that line so well throughout the entire production. And so there was something really funny, and Agony was hilarious. A lot of people said, but what happened to the reprise? I'm like, you know what, it's one of those keep them wanting more things.
Yeah.
So I was fine with there not being a reprise, because it also took out the necessity for the extra Snow White and the extra characters and Sleeping Beauty, so you didn't need those. What else were standouts? Oh, the way they in Into the Woods, a lot of the solos are sung alone on stage to the audience. Well, that's not really a visual medium that translates to film very well. So there has been talk about how they moved around some of the songs, and I thought it was very effective. For instance, when Little Red is doing her solo of "And I Know Things Now," and she sings it to the baker, and when she's recounting what happened with the wolf, what Rob Marshall did was something very theatrical and almost low rent in a way, because he used like shadow puppets and like, you know, cloth and all this kind of stuff, and I loved it. I thought it was really good because it gave it this sort of childlike quality as to how she's recounting these events. So I thought it was very effective. And so there's so
Dorothy's
all in all,
review. Yeah,
that's Dorothy's review. I liked it. I really, I thought it was an effective adaptation from stage to screen.
Nice.
Can I, that's the one with Meryl Streep's in it too, right?
That's true. That's true.
How does she do, in your opinion?
She's good. They moved around one of her songs too, which I liked where they put it. She brought, I don't know, once she kind of transforms into the beautiful witch, if I'm giving it away, sorry. I don't know, there was something almost not glamorous enough about her. I love the costume she was in, but there was something in the way she was carrying herself that wasn't so opposite from how she was to begin with. So that's that would be one thing. And she had some very strange teeth. I don't know what they were doing with that.
As the witch, or as the beautiful witch?
As the glamour witch.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, it was a little strange.
Well, maybe they probably wanted to keep some of her the old character in herself.
No, that's not what happened. She had very jumbly teeth as the ugly witch, and then when they glamored her, it looked like she was wearing caps.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they were very, very white and kind of capped. So
go see Into the Woods. Basically,
I would go see it.
You're recommending it.
I am.
Charles McNulty, our friend over the LA Times, had some interesting things to say about it too. He said it was flawed. He loved the kid who played Jack. Yeah,
he was Gavroche in Tom Hooper's Les Mis. So if you saw, and he was just adorable and very, grounded and dirty, and he'll go for it. So I was really pleased to see him continue to turn in good work. What else?
And he's about 10. He's about 10 years old.
I think so.
12. See, that surprised me too, because I played Jack, and I always saw Jack as 18, 19, 20, but I thought it was interesting that they went younger with the. They went the real age of Jack that he's supposed to be, rather than cast someone a little older.
Yeah, I agree with it especially on a film level. I guess if you were doing it on stage, then I could understand portraying it a little older.
Yeah.
But I think especially once they had Lilla Crawford, who is, I think she was 12 when it was shot, maybe 13, that once they had her, that it really gelled, I think.
Yeah.
She was really, really remarkable. So.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Into the Woods.
Into the Woods.
If you want to go see Into the Woods, you can just go to a movie theater and see it, because I don't know what the website is.
Well, you can get a movie phone. That's how I found it. It's like just going to movie phone or.
Do they still use that same guy with his awesome voice on the
You know,
movie
I
phone?
have the app now, so
Oh, okay.
I know it's such a. I feel like they should actually have a talking. Maybe they have a talking
They should. That'd be great.
thing on it. I don't know. I could check that out.
I heard that guy passed away, the movie phone guy.
Oh.
But 777 film. I remember that.
They could probably recreate his voice in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah, they should.
Yeah.
So we want to get calls too. We want to hear from you guys.
Yeah.
As well. You know, it's kind of an open show today, kind of free form. Give us a call at 323-473-3100. 323-473-3100. You'll hear the show in your ear. You just hold on the line, and we will get right to you, because we do not have screeners on the show. We're just that good.
That's true.
Yeah.
We're good.
So Peter out there, our new intern,
yes,
is awesome. And if he's listening to the show, he should know that I'm gonna follow through with what I said a couple weeks ago, and bring him in here at some point for 5-10 minutes. Just talk to him a little bit about. I think he's in school, right, and doing his thing, interning here for this wonderful show. So, and he's been posting before the show and doing all kinds of stuff, working hard. So
excellent.
Thank you, Peter. Get ready for your interview.
Oh my goodness.
I was talking. I went to a holiday party with Mr. Jonathan White from
from Pasadena Playhouse. Yeah.
I went to his house, hung out and stuff, and
it looked very fancy.
It was. I wore some reindeer ears.
Nice.
It was great. But he's really involved. Did you see it?
At the show last time. Remember I had my ears on?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's right. So he's really involved with the ALS Association. ALS is formerly Lou Gehrig's disease. He does a lot of work for them. He does a yearly benefit that he produces at the Pasadena Playhouse to benefit ALS Association. And we were kind of talking a few months ago, and I'm like, I know what we can do on this show to help out is to promote that event and promote the ALS Association. But I thought it'd be fun to do something kind of fun to bring awareness.
It'd be fun to do something fun?
It'd be fun to do something fun to bring awareness to the situation. So I thought it might be kind of cool, and I ran this by Jonathan, to on the show next week, to wear something like a doctor's uniform. Because if I'm wearing a doctor's uniform, I'm bringing awareness to the amazing medical professionals that work on this disease.
Okay.
And if we can
You're not a doctor, but you play one on LA Talk Live.
Apparently, yeah. I'm a talk show host. So I'm going to wear my scrubs next week. I'm going to be really, really comfortable.
And I will wear my scrub shirt and my lab coat.
Oh, really?
Sweetie, I am a commercial actor. I have all that crap.
Oh, I might have to borrow your lab coat for an audition coming up. I have to talk to you about
small.
that. Oh,
your shoulders won't fit.
No, never
but
mind.
There's one in the Theater Palisades closet.
Oh, is there? Okay. I remember that. You want to wear medical stuff next week? That might be fun.
Yes, you're gonna have to remind me though, because next week's kind of
All right.
I'm back in town. It's crazy.
Because Jonathan's announcing the date of the event.
Oh, is he going to be here?
This year. He's not going to be here, but I think he's announcing it next week, so we can announce that on the show.
Okay, great.
Have him on before the event and all that.
Yes.
So, scrubs on the show. I can cross that off. Crowdfunding. Let's talk about crowdfunding, right? It's a new year. It's 2015. We're very, very lucky this year to have an amazing sponsor, Hollywood.
Yes.
YouTube channel premiering next month.
Awesome.
Doing all kinds of interviews about the entertainment industry, kind of like we do here, and they're great. But we can always use more sponsorship. We can always, use more support. So we're gonna get an Indiegogo account going again, and I think we should be able to do that by next Saturday.
Okay.
We could do it in a week.
Sure.
All together in a week. You don't have anything to do in your life, do you?
Never.
Yeah. So we'll pull back together. We'll pull that together.
Only have
and-
like laundry stacked up. Like I do all this laundry. I was in Oklahoma for the holidays, and I do laundry. We leave with only clean clothes. I'm drying stuff up to the minute, and I still get home. And we've only been home like 5 days, and we already, it's like laundry. I've already done 3 loads of laundry. That's weird.
You're doing laundry for 3 people, not just one.
I know. Why?
Yeah.
Why the laundry?
So we'll get our link up on that crowdfunding.
Yeah.
And we appreciate all your support, and thank you for supporting us for the last 4 years on the show. Another thing we're going to do is we're going to do a little flashback to one of your first episodes on the show. With Naomi Grossman. I also would love to play our very, very, very first episode from 4 years ago. Just a little clip from that from the beginning. Little flashback for La La Land Talk later, including an interview with Peter. Into the Woods. We talked about that. Do we want to talk about Bill Cosby at all?
No.
Okay.
I know.
You have no opinion.
No, I have opinions. I feel like I don't.
Like negativity on the show?
Well, no, it's not even that. It's just I feel like all of my education from it has been from the internet, and that to me is very embarrassing. And so I would like to, before I have any vocalized opinion, I would really like to take a look at what they're talking about. Okay. Because I feel like internet-only research is slack.
It is. Internet-only research is bad. But here's the thing. I get it. A couple women came out. Maybe they're liars and trying to get money. But there's like 24 women. And when it gets to be that place, something's rotten in Denmark. You know what I mean? There's something up. So, yeah, I don't think I like Bill Cosby very much anymore. I don't care if he does support Jell-O. I'll continue to eat Jell-O and not like him.
Okay.
All right. We'll go off of Bill Cosby.
Gotcha.
We'll end it on Bill Cosby.
Right.
What else do we have here? An Ideal Husband is opening at Kentwood Players on Friday.
Ooh.
KentwoodPlayers.org for information on that. Oscar Wilde.
Oh, yeah, I was about to say, I'm like, who was that again?
Yeah.
Oscar
Wilde. Directed by Samantha Barrios and starring some amazing Kentwood player actors.
Cool beans.
Throw that in there.
Who's in there? Who's in it? Do you know?
Some amazing Kentwood player actors.
Great.
Are in there.
That's specific.
I don't want to. I think I know a couple of names, but I don't want to say them in case I'm wrong. Look, I have enough to do with Theater Palisades. I can't keep track of Kentwood also.
I know.
All right. Next thing you know, Morgan Wixon is gonna be asking me to work for them.
Why can't you always know?
We did that. Boston Court is casting for their new show, January 17th. Go to bostoncourt.com for information on that. There's only 2 roles, a male and a female role.
What's the show?
The show is a new show that they are casting out there at Boston Court. Do I have to know everything?
Yeah.
Oh, come on. Way to call me to the carpet.
Well, and then also for any young players, let me see if I can pull it up. Barry Pearl is put out a casting call for 13. They're doing it.
Ooh, that's awesome.
Yeah, they're doing it up in, I think, the west, somewhere in the West Valley. But you can go to, you can find Barry Pearl and he'll know where to send you.
Go to barrypearl.com to get in touch
Barry
with
Pearl.
Barry, because
Barry.
I know that we can, people can find him there. I love how we're like figuring out the show as the show is going on right now.
As the show is going on.
But I'm gonna get that information about what the show is that's casting at Boston Court for you guys after the next commercial break, and be able to give you the answer to that. Since I didn't know it ahead of time.
Oh yeah. Okay. Okay. It's through Panic Productions. For some reason, they're not posting about on like a website. You kind of have to go to Panic Productions on Facebook in order to find out more about this. So. Yeah, it's at Hillcrest Center of the Arts, which is at Thousand Oaks, and there are auditions, and you can submit a video by January 5th, which is tomorrow, and that's how you do.
13. It's all
13-year-olds.
13-year-olds in the show.
It's non-union. but you can send it to 13themusicalauditions@gmail.com. They're looking for a video that gives your name, brief intro, age, where you live, sing a song from the show or an up-tempo song in the style of the show. Use YouTube or Dropbox. A cell phone is fine. And if you send by email, you can do a link, contact information, conflicts, blah, blah, blah. So you can go to information. Rehearsals start in February.
Good stuff. Tell us some of your Theater Palisades kids about it.
I will.
And this audition at Boston Court is going to be on Monday, January 12th. It is for the show My Barking Dog. It's a West Coast premiere. Cast and director Julia Flores and two characters, Melinda and Toby, male 30s to 40s, female 30s to 40s. Actors of all races and ethnicities are encouraged to audition for this role. Find information at bostoncourt.com. Yeah. Boston Court, they do a lot of open calls, so I think it's nice because they get a lot of actors in there that wouldn't be able to audition normally. Because it's not a 99-seat agreement. So anyway,
cool.
Did you know that Elvis's airplanes are being sold?
Elvis's airplanes?
What, Elvis Presley?
Elvis Presley, yeah.
That's ironic you said that.
Why?
Because I'm just doing some research, and according to WAFB Channel 9 in Louisiana, Donna Douglas passed away at 81.
Ellie Mae, yeah. What? Oh, yeah. Oh, because she was in a movie with Elvis.
Yeah, Frankie and Johnny,
right?
Yeah.
Oh. Ellie Mae, I had no idea she did a movie with Elvis. But anyway, his planes are on sale. Oh, wow. They're going up for auction. The Hound Dog 2 and the Lisa Marie.
Hound Dog
2.
Okay.
Get information about that at Julian's auction house.
All right.
If you have hundreds of thousands of dollars and you would like to buy one of Elvis's airplanes. Do our viewers have hundreds of thousands of dollars? I don't know.
You never know.
You never know. So.
Adina Menzel on Let It Go. What are you doing down there? We have a show.
I'm looking at the Barking Dog audition info.
Oh, okay.
Crazy man. Anyway, yes. So, mind you, I'm going on the fly here, but
Adina Menzel, I didn't see it.
Neither did I.
Okay, so for people that don't know, she did a performance on New Year's, and I guess her voice cracked.
Right. And so it's on a New Year's Eve was on a Wednesday, and on Wednesdays, Broadway shows have two performances. They have a matinee and they have an evening performance. So If Then, which is the show that she's doing right now, is basically her on stage the whole time. I think she's off stage. I think it's some weird number, like 7 minutes total in a 2-act musical. So she was on stage doing 2 shows, and then she sang "Let It Go," which it's a higher song than people think. Like, well, it has a large range. It goes low and it also goes high. So apparently she cracked or whatever. It's freezing cold in New York. She just done 2 shows, and you know what? She's human. I don't care. Like, I mean,
and she had just done a full week of shows on Broadway.
Yeah.
She probably went from Tuesday to the weekend.
That makes no sense. So
Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night.
No, New Year's Eve was Wednesday. So she did Tuesday to Wednesday, and then this Wednesday late was her performance.
And she only had probably the Monday off before that.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah,
after doing a full week before that.
I mean, I was like, well, why are you talking about Thursday?
Yeah, no, I know. It's like, it's a lot of work, and people don't realize how hard Broadway performers work. It's not just getting up there and singing a song.
And no, and also how many... If we listen to the true tracks of most pop singers, then we would have a whole lot to talk about right now. But she and all the Broadway singers go without the aid of auto-tune and double tracking, which is what a lot of the big dance performers do.
And rarely taking a night off.
So I would like to see anyone else in the world pull that kind of schedule and have 100% no crack rating. I don't think so.
I love these actors that you see on film sets that I meet sometimes. They're just like, oh, I've been here for 8 hours. I'm so tired. I can't do it anymore. And try keeping a Broadway schedule. You know,
Yeah.
try doing 8 shows a week and see
Yeah.
if you're tired. I don't know. Anyway, we love you, Adina.
We do.
Yeah.
We do. But I think, well, one thing she does like about her schedule now is that, you know, she has her days free. So she's able to, you know, take care of her son, and he goes to school, and she can take him there and pick him up and spend the day with him. That's one thing that once the rehearsal period is over and you're in the zone of the show, then it's actually a pretty parent friendly deal.
Yeah.
So,
And
but she's going on tour starting this summer.
Oh, is she?
Yeah.
That's great. I didn't even think about this too. Wednesday was Tay Diggs, her husband's birthday. So she was probably up all night celebrating the birthday.
Honey, they're
maybe not.
divorced. They're divorced.
Oh, they're not. They're divorced.
They're divorced.
I didn't know that. When did that happen?
That was like last year
Oh God.
in the fall.
I don't know these things.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whatever. I'm supposed to keep up on the Broadway gossip and have a life.
A little bit. It's kind of our job.
My job is just to sit here and talk to you today.
Oh, okay.
That's my job.
All right. And
My list is getting smaller and smaller by the minute.
Ooh.
Hey, Peter.
what's up, Peter?
What's up,
How's
man?
it going? I don't think your mic's on, man.
Mike's not on. Can you turn it on?
Do you know how to turn it on?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out which mic is mine.
Yeah, because we don't know.
We have no idea what
We're
goes on
not
over there on the
engineering
board.
people.
Yeah, I love, like, when I started here, Richard and Van were like, yeah, you know, you'll come back and run the show eventually on your own, and Van won't need to be here. I had no desire to really
Oh, mine's
learn.
gone. Nope, mine back. Are you back?
I like having an engineer, though, is my
Me
point. I
too.
wouldn't want to run it by myself, I don't think.
No.
Yeah.
That's
Testing.
There you are.
Hey!
Hey.
Found
What
my mic.
What's up, Peter? How long have you been with? You've been with us, what, 2 months now?
Yeah, I started in mid-November.
November?
Working here. Yeah.
Nice. And how do you like it? How do you like it at LA Talk Live?
I like it. It's a good experience just to be able to kind of get on-hands experience, you know, in this industry.
Absolutely. Are you in school? Are you,
I actually graduated in 2013. It seems so long ago. Yeah, I graduated in
Nice.
And where'd you go to school?
I went to Johns Hopkins in
Oh, yeah.
Baltimore. Yeah, on the East Coast.
Very
Cool.
nice.
So you're not actually doing this for school credit?
No, this is for experience. Yeah, just to learn as much about the industry as possible. Since I'm kind of playing catch up because
Okay.
I did not study this at school. I studied political science and history. It was kind of going down the law school track.
Okay. And you just found that you liked radio more?
Yeah, I found out that I loved it. I started working at the school radio station there in my junior year. I loved it and kind of realized way too late, second semester of my senior year, that, you know what? I really don't want to go to law school. I don't want to go into politics. I would really like to do this. Like, it got to the point where in class I would think of, what should I talk about on my show? You know, what music should we play? How can what can I do to help out with this event that we're planning? So I figure that, you know, I really wouldn't be able to live with myself if I didn't at least give it a shot.
Definitely.
And when I graduated, I was able to get internships and, you know, small little paying jobs at other radio stations similar to LA Talk Live, you know, small internet radio stations. And eventually I found my way over here, where I've just been kind of piling upon that experience I obtained.
And you
over time.
you don't just work on, I mean, of course, our show is your favorite show to work on, but
Of
you don't
course.
just work on our show.
Absolutely.
I mean, you do a lot of stuff, work on a lot of shows here at LA Talk Live.
Yeah.
That's great. I'm just curious, like, what did your parents think when you said, hey, I'm not going to law school, Mom and Dad. I'm going into radio. Were they supportive?
Yeah, they were supportive. Yeah, my dad's a lawyer, so that was kind of...
Oh,
So
okay.
he was kind of trying to push me towards the law school track, and I'd worked with him over the past couple of years helping out in his office. So at first it was kind of expected that I would do that, but they've always been very, very supportive
That's
of
great.
me, you know, always trying to help me with whatever I can.
Yeah, because a lot of parents would just be like, "Well, we're not paying for your school anymore."
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
did you
Well, I mean, I also waited until I got out of school.
Oh, smart move. Yeah.
Tell them.
Tell them
Then you
during
spoke.
the
Yeah.
summer.
You're
Yeah.
like, guess what? So are you from the East Coast or West Coast? Or where you
No, I'm from LA.
You're from LA. Okay.
Born and raised, I am an LA boy.
LA boy.
Awesome.
Through and through.
Yes.
Well, doing an awesome job on
Yeah.
our show, and thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Yeah,
for
anything I can do to help out.
Well, and I think what's valuable about the education that you have, because Johns Hopkins is a competitive school. To get in there is no joke, you know. And you did a great program with the political science, and those are things that are going to serve you. So know that, like, you didn't waste 4 years by any means.
I got a very, very well-rounded education where I was able to learn a lot about many, many different fields there.
Yes.
So it was definitely a good experience.
You could host a law show.
I could.
Combine
You
the
could.
two.
Well, like a friend of mine, my friend Amber, her husband, they met doing a national tour of Schoolhouse Rock Live. And so musical theater guy, the whole bit, but he got really interested in he kind of went the opposite way. So he was a performer working in that kind of thing, and then he decided he was really interested in music licensing law, and he went to law school, and now that's what he does, is he works in music licensing. And the experience, but he wouldn't be as good at his job he's doing now if he didn't have the experience of being a musician before. So everything can flip-flop back and forth.
Yeah, it's just about having, multiple perspectives of an industry, which I think is great. To like right now where I'm working at LA Talk Live, I feel like to be able to best help and support LA Talk Live, I need to be able to understand how every single part of the company works. From hosting a show to marketing to web design, I guess, and to really be able to excel in any field. Really, you have to understand all of the parts and how they all work together. It's not like you have to be an expert in all of it, but I feel like it's important just to see how it all weaves in with one another.
Very much so.
And I think that's something that translates to any industry, to anything you do.
Look out, Van Eric. This guy's going to own the station this time next year.
Pays for it. You can buy us out.
Good stuff.
There you go. Well, what's your goal that you're going for right now? Like, I know you're like using this as the learning experience of gaining all the knowledge, but Peter, what would you really like to be doing in 6 months?
In 6 months? Oh boy, I haven't really thought about it.
What would you like to be doing this afternoon?
Haven't really thought that far ahead.
Okay.
Well, are you more interested in hosting or like the producing, or that's what I think I meant.
Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely starting to favor the production side of it, where I've had some experience hosting, especially back at school, and I've really come to favor working behind the scenes. Helping people tell their stories.
Sure.
Instead of, me telling my stories, because I don't really have a whole lot of interesting things going on with me. I'm pretty damn boring.
Peter's boring.
You'll get there. You just need life experience. It's okay.
Yeah. Take some time. You get there.
Totally. Okay, so I have a funny LSAT story for you. Okay. Did you take the LSAT, or do you just no? Okay, so my husband, he was thinking about going to law school after finishing one of his undergrad degrees. He has like 2 or 3 undergrad degrees. But anyway, so the thing that really put the nail in the coffin for going to law school was when he took the LSAT, and apparently the spot where they were holding it, outside they were rehearsing for a band competition. So the marching band for almost the entire time was marching around, and he was fine. That's the kind of thing he can really tune that out. But apparently everyone else in there was just became these gremlins of stress. And he looked around and he goes, wow, I would have to spend at least 2, possibly 3 years in classrooms full of these people, and this is not my idea of a good time. So he was like, and that's it. No more law school.
They're a little stressed out, those lawyers.
They get a little stressy.
A lot of stress on their plate.
A little stressy.
I mean, like, I guess, radio producers have stress too, but it's just a different kind of stress. It's
Yeah,
I
like
don't
studying
know.
for the bar. Have you ever like encountered somebody that's studying for the
Yeah,
bar?
you don't see them for 6 months.
You don't see them. It just doesn't
and they
happen.
have to do it that way.
They
you
have
know?
to do it, which is
Crazy.
I don't know.
Story Cunningham just passed the bar.
Who?
Story Cunningham from Theater Palisades. Sorry,
Really?
inside conversations on the show.
Nice.
But yeah, she just
Congratulations.
yeah. So yeah. Well, I think you made the right move
Yeah.
going into radio. Because
I
if
think
you
so.
hadn't, you wouldn't be here.
And it's a
True.
time of evolution, really, for radio in general. I was reading through the articles that who sent them to me? You didn't send them to me. No. Somebody sent them to me. Anyway, they were sent to me and about just internet radio is sort of this new. It's still new, but now people are like latching on and reminded of that it is a.
Oh, I sent that to you.
You sent it to me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Anyway, so people are understanding that it's valuable as far as advertising, marketing, promotion, all of those things.
Very, very important.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's why you should be promoting on La La Land Talk.
That's right. Hey, you know what I want? Okay, all right. Are you ready? Okay, so this is what I want. So,
Where are you going with this?
well, okay. I'm putting this out there. I'm going to put it out into the universe. We need a stylist, okay? A stylist for Brett and I, because if I have to wear the same shirt one more time, no, you need a stylist too. You wear black and navy like every week.
Just call me Johnny Cash.
Crazy. You're not Johnny Cash.
Right, I'm much cooler.
Right. I mean, and but
Okay, we need a stylist?
we need a stylist. We really do. I think we should up our look a little bit. We need to step it up. We do. We really need to step it up.
Well, that's fine.
Yeah.
Does that help promote LA artists if we look good?
Well, I think that is great promotion for them, and then we get clothes.
There you go.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
don't even need to keep the clothes. Let me make that perfectly clear. I would be fine with just like
Shit, we're coming here as Scrubs
Weekly
next
thing.
week. I mean,
I know we're coming in strips, but still after that,
yeah.
I would really like someone to. I'm just tired. Like it's Saturday morning. I go to Jazzercise. I'm trying to get breakfast to my kid. I need someone else to pick out my shirt. Like I really want somebody else to pick it up for me.
How cool would it be if we could come in here and the designer
clothes are
would
like
just
there.
like, here, wear
This
this
is what
today.
you wear.
Easy.
That would be great.
That would be great.
I know a few people who do that. Don Baker. So I'm just happy LA. So I would. That's what I'm putting out there.
All right, we can do that.
Yeah.
I'm down for a stylist.
Mm-hmm.
So if you are a stylist and would like to style us, send us an email at lalalandtalk@gmail.com.
Yeah.
And while I'm talking about it, I might as well just tell you that you can find information about us on social media,
You
on
can.
Facebook at facebook.com/lalalandtalk and Twitter at twitter.com/lalalandtalk. Thank you, Peter.
Thanks, Peter.
You rock. Thanks for all your hard work on La La Land. And if you want to send a message to Peter, ladies, I believe he's single. lalalandtalk@gmail.com.
Oh, we have friends. Hi, friends.
We have guests in the audience.
What's up?
It's awesome.
Yes.
My back was turned. I have no idea who's behind me.
Yes, that's over there, the brick wall. That's that's Celine, my nephew's son, and over there
Hello.
is Nazir in the
Hello.
blue, and my nephew, Rich.
I was supposed to say he has no name.
Yeah, Rich. Nazir in the blue, and
Richard.
and Rich.
And Rich.
Yeah, Philly Rich.
Great.
Yep.
Great smiles.
What's up, guys?
Oh my gosh, is it like a genetic? Because it's just warm and like true. You
Finn
know?
does have a nice smile.
He
doesn't
does. I know. It's like it's got to be a family thing. Because you know what I'm talking about. Like when people smile, you're like, yeah, that's coming from nowhere. So yeah, it has to come from somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Nazir wants to be a sports broadcaster.
Oh,
So
nice.
yeah, so what I'm going to do after La La Land Talk, because we do have a show called Kids Talk Live.
Right.
So we're going to have him come on, him and his brother, and they're going to talk about sports.
Oh, wait. Hey.
All right.
Okay, guys. All right, just get over here. Get over here and sit down.
Have
Because
a
I
seat,
don't
fellas.
want to turn around. Get over here. Get over here. Share a seat or something.
What names again?
Well, I want. Okay,
Celine
so
and
Nazir.
Nazir.
You and I got to
Nazir.
talk. Okay, so my husband is a huge OU football fan. Okie dokie. So we were watching. We've been football's been on like all the time. Do you follow the football, the college football? Yeah. You do.
Get on the mic. Get on.
Great.
Take the mic.
Here,
take the mic. T.
There you go. You gotta speak directly into the blue. Okay. Good. Excellent.
Okay.
All right. So, what do you think of the whole? I mean, this is the first time they've had a playoff. What do you think it's going to be a successful thing that people are going to say, "Yay, what a great idea"? Or what's your opinion of the college playoff?
I think it's gonna be a great idea because this test on the player skills and how like you're testing teams that will never even play each other.
That's so true. That's so true. Like Oklahoma played Clemson.
Yeah.
And that was their styles. I think were just crazy
And different.
Yeah, just so different, and it made for a very interesting game.
Yeah.
What was the one I was watching? Was it Baylor? Was I watching the Baylor game? Something crazy was going on with Baylor. I mean, there's all kinds of different styles. There's now like the running quarterback, like that's a big thing now.
Yeah, that's been really like a lot of teams has been going that, especially a lot of African American quarterbacks.
Yes.
And it's been switching up. It's crazy. And before it was just like a quarterback would just stay in the pocket and throw it, but now he's so athletic and he can do more stuff now.
I was watching the Ohio State game. Were you watching that?
Yes, a lot. Yeah.
Oh man, and that guy's big. Like
6'5".
Yeah. Oh my lord. I mean, he's gonna knock you down.
He's like a third string because like.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Tell people about that. Like, what happened?
Yeah, I think the first string quarterback, I forgot what his name was. He hurt his shoulder, and the second string quarterback broke his ankle, I think. And then the third string quarterback came in for the Big Ten game, Big Ten game, and I think he threw like 5 touchdowns, and he did pretty good. And like he did, and then he did what he did. Led his team to a victory, and that's what's up.
Yeah, and he's apparently the trophy for because that game was yesterday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was the game that is taking them to the final playoff because now they're going to be playing. It's the Buckeyes versus the Ducks, right?
Yeah,
the Oregon Ducks.
Oregon.
I am good. So, but the trophy is really, really heavy, and they were like, "Oh, nobody's going to be able to pick it up." And the quarterback comes, he's like, just like held it up like it was nothing. It's hilarious.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide. Oh, are you an Alabama fan?
Apparently.
Apparently, I was like, "Why are you?" That's really weird. And those were two.
Cool.
Yeah,
I like Alabama.
Yeah.
Alabama's a good team.
Yeah.
Alabama's a good team, but then there's also the scandal in Alabama. This whole thing about how they cut football from one of the Alabama schools. Have you heard about this? Oh, okay. So there's University of Alabama in Tuscaloosa, but now at University of Alabama in Birmingham, they have taken away the football program.
Why?
Because they're saying it's not adding enough, and it's taking too much budget from the whole athletic budget.
Oh, I can see why.
Yes, but here's the thing. All the board members that are on the athletics, decision-making thing, they're all alums of Tuscaloosa. They're not alums of Birmingham. So it seems really dirty politically, for them to do that. And of course, and football is a great thing. Even I went to a school, I went to Northwestern. At the time, it was not good at all, but it still was fun to go to the games, and it's it's a great thing to pull everybody together. And so it was. Yeah,
I can
sad
see why,
for them.
Yeah, I can see why they cut it. Like football, like you got to pay equipment and everything, and then you got to hire people. You got to have athletic trainers and coaches, and all the time. It's just it's a lot of money.
It is a lot of money.
And it's a lot like to make a team good. And if you're like a bad team, you're not even winning. You're not gonna bring people to watch the games or something.
Yeah,
you're not gonna bring sponsors.
It's true.
It's true.
I thought they were gonna cut the football program because it was taking money away from the arts. Has that ever happened?
I don't know. I mean, University of Alabama, Birmingham actually does have a really good Shakespeare program.
Yeah.
So
what I know about those type of colleges, those really well-known colleges like Alabama, Clemson Tide, those are like football towns.
Yeah, they are.
You know what I mean? And they really fight for their team to have the best.
It's
the
true.
Best.
You know what I mean?
I've been to Death Valley. I mean, it's a religious experience.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
It's very
Everybody wants
crazy.
to join the football conversation, give us a call at 323-473-3100, 323-473-3100. You got 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I think if you have a successful athletic program, it can feed into the publicity for other programs within your school. I think that's a fair statement.
That's why like Alabama and all these schools are getting so much money, because like players go professional and they give back to the school and they go visit the school. And then like me, because I play football, I'm gonna think, wow, if they go to that school and that school can make me go to the professional league, I'm like, wow, that's crazy. That means I can do it.
Exactly.
What position do you play?
I play running back, and I'm trying to play wide receiver. Cause because I'm not gonna get, I'm not that big, so I hope I can gain more pounds. So
you can put on a little weight and play wide receiver. I can see that.
There you go.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Did you ever have any thoughts? Did you ever have any thoughts you might want to go pro?
Yeah, this is like I've been playing football for 4 years, and I've been doing really good. Like people think I've been playing like since I was little, but I've been like trying my best. So when I first started, I didn't even get the ball. I started as an offensive lineman, and hard work comes to shove. Hard work, to give me the ball, and I did what I had to do. So
that's good. Learn how to break some tackles when you're doing the running back. So I went to school with Darnell Autry. So
really,
so that's that's my Northwestern connection there. And then the current coach was also Pat Fitzgerald. So he was also in my graduating class too.
Wow, that's crazy.
Isn't that crazy?
That's crazy.
Yeah, he was a player. Like he was a player back then, and now he's the coach. So
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was able to go to Nazir's last game, and the team he's on, they both mostly are 8th graders, and they look like 8th graders in their uniforms.
Sure, yeah.
And the team that they played against looked like they was in college. Some of their players, and I have to say honestly, Nazir held his own.
Yeah.
He looked like a little doll out there, being chased by these monster type players, and they had to give him his props, as they say, because he did pretty well, eluding tackles and things like that. So,
that's great.
Yeah.
Now, do you live here in California, or you live in Pennsylvania? Okay, yes.
What school do you go to?
Milliken.
Milliken?
Yeah, it's a performing arts school.
Yeah, I know where Milliken is.
Sorry. Yeah, but it's like kids are getting bigger and bigger, and it's hard for like kids just like me, or just small, or just trying to get recognition, or just trying to get some playing time. Kids, it's like football is all about size. Like you can get the talent, but it's all about how are you looking. But it's all about how hard work and everything at the end of the day. Yeah.
And also Salim, he also plays football, and he does pretty good as well.
What positions do you play?
Well, I play defensive lineman, and I play offensive line since I'm big. But this year I'm working on the off season so I can be a running back and I'm a linebacker.
Yeah, you got to work on. I guess with running back, you got to work on
speed. Sprints. That's why you do track. Track is a really good thing.
Oh, that's right. A lot of people cross train with track. They do both sports.
Yeah, track. I do track. I do track during the spring. And that's really all I do. I can't play basketball that good.
That's okay.
Well, I'm mostly about basketball because I play basketball first. So I prefer basketball instead of football, but I really like football.
Okay.
That was my thing too. Offensive line. That's awesome. That's a lot of fun.
Yeah, you do need a line. If you don't have a line, then you're not good of a team. Then you gotta have a line. Line's like the best part of the team.
Yeah.
But like last year, our team we went undefeated, but we lost one game. Then we won the championship, and then we went to Las Vegas and we won the national championship.
What?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh my
goodness. Good.
So you're in 8th grade? No.
Yeah.
You're in 8th grade, and what grade are you in?
I'm in 5th grade.
You're in 5th grade. Very nice.
And what school do you go to?
Rio Vista.
All right, going to the nationals.
Cool.
That's awesome.
Awesome.
Well, thanks, guys. Best of luck on your football, your sports, and your whole life.
Exactly.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
No problem. Read, participate, have an opinion. That's my advice.
That's good advice for adults too.
Yes.
Honestly.
Oh man.
Well, 2 years at LA Talk Live.
I love it.
It has come to a close today. I don't know. You got anything else you want to tell our amazing audience before we take off here until next Saturday?
I don't think so. I think we're good.
Yeah.
I'm feeling good about 2015.
2015. We got a
Yeah.
lot of big guests scheduled this month and next month. So
Just wait.
stick around. Stick around. If you would like to be a guest or you know someone who might like to be a guest on La La Land Talk, send us an email at lalalandtalk@gmail.com. And again, you can find our information on facebook.com/lalalandtalk and twitter.com
At La
La
wait,
Land
back
Talk.
at oh yes, at La La Land.
Yeah, well, twitter.com/lalalandtalk technically, but
Yeah.
yeah,
Whatever.
whatever, man. Oh, way to start the year. Real quick, go see the Penis Chronicles. It's playing in West Hollywood for the next 2 weeks between
Great.
now and the 16th of January. Our goals for 2015, Dorothy?
Goals for 2015. I want
For La La Land.
For La La Land.
Yes.
For La La Land, I would like us to somehow be referred to on the Sirius XM Broadway channel.
Ooh, love it. You know, Julie James and Seth Rudetsky have both been our guests.
I know!
That's a good goal. And you know, last year when we set goals, we both said we wanted to do shows, and it happened like a month later.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's a good one.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll be mentioned on the Broadway channel.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we should have them back as guests and mention that to them on air and fully put them on the spot and be like, guys, you have to do this one.
Guys, it's gonna be great.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great.
My goal for 2015, now that we have sponsorship, which is amazing,
Yes.
Hollywood on YouTube, is I would like to see us get a national recognition in some way,
Yes.
shape, or form. Whether
I
it's,
think that would be great.
yeah, whether it's a story in the LA Times or a story on a news channel, somewhere. I want to see us go across the country.
Exactly.
Yeah, because we're heard across the country. We're
We
heard
are.
all over the
We
world.
are.
So might as well. So goals for 2015. Good. I think that's it. All my stuff is crossed out.
Okay.
This
Nice.
guy, he gave a $10,000 tip to a waitress this weekend and wrote "Tips for Jesus" on the receipt. Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
And he gave $1,000 to another waiter and wrote "Tips for Jesus." So this "Tips for Jesus" guy is going around to restaurants and giving people tips.
Pretty
So
interesting.
if you're a waiter or waitress, I hope that you serve him.
Never happened to me when I was waiting tables.
I know. I think the most I got was 50 or something.
Yeah.
And I think the guy was trying to leave a 5 and just messed up and he was drinking or something. Anyway, whoops. Yeah, so, until next week,
Yeah.
we'll just hit that amazing Saturday music.
Mm-hmm.
And until next week, that's
Yep.
Dorothy Dillingham Blue.
And that's Brett Chapin.
And this is La La Land on LA Talk Live. We will see you at the top.
Yes.